Introducing our new exotic hybrid.
What's going on, JR Garage? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another new car acquisition, new used car. And this one's gonna be awesome.
This one is a local car actually from Phoenix, and so it is just an easy drive down to the salvage yard.
But this isn't just any car. This is something totally different from what we've really ever bought in the past. It's an extremely rare car. Get this, it has a lower production than the original Ford GT. Okay, those cars are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and this car is, well, nothing close to that. In fact, it's one of the most depreciated cars we've ever purchased.
Yep, but it is still a relatively well-known car among car people. So it's not just some totally obscure thing that they only made a few of. It is a nice car, one that a lot of people enjoy and appreciate.
And one of the best designed, most beautiful cars ever to roll off the showroom floor. I know everybody says, finish one project before you start another. Well, this one probably won't be much of a project car because we think there's nothing wrong with it. The reason it's here at Salvage Auction is because of roof damage. We looked at the pictures. Did you see any damage?
No. However, this car does have a very expensive roof, and so maybe the slightest malfunction defect could have resulted in the car ending up here at the yard. The car was right here and we didn't go to check it out before bidding on it.
Yeah, no, this was sight unseen. We probably should have looked at it. So will we be able to hit another home run on this car? I surely hope so. We are about to find out. We are rolling up in just a minute. Okie dokie, I think we're the next car to come out. The next time those forklifts come out, it's gonna have our new car.
I am definitely really excited for this car. When Jeffrey showed me this listing and that he impulse bought it, I was actually quite pleased. Something different, but something really, really nice.
He didn't even call me crazy for buying this one. All right, he's on board.
And on the gamble.
Let's see if you guys are on board. And he actually said to follow him because he doesn't want to forklift it and possibly damage the battery packs. And I think he said the battery was dead, so he couldn't even like drive the car out. So we're gonna have to go in there with our jumper pack. Introducing to the channel, the 2012 Fisker Karma. Now hold on guys, it was not that easy to get the car out. Like we said, we think the battery died. Yeah, sure enough, we were back there for half an hour.
Rewind.
Unreal, guys. So the battery was actually dead on this car, and since it was in a horrible position to get on the forklift, they said, hey, you gotta come out here. And the key was inside the car, all the windows were up. We had no way to get inside the car, so we had no way to get to the hood to access the battery. But actually there's an emergency setup where you can remove the front wheel, the fender liner, and then you can access the 12-volt battery to jump to be able to open the car. So we did that, and sure enough, it's lighting up. And now we will roll it out in just a moment. This was crazy. They already closed 10 minutes ago, but they were super nice and let us do that. And now I think it'll drive on out. We'll see.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Christian, we lucked out going in through the wheel well to jump the car, to open the door, to get to the key, to open the hood, to start it up, and now we're good to go.
At least now we know how to do it for next time that this either battery completely drains, but actually the battery wasn't completely drained. It just, the keys were inside of the car and somehow the car locked itself. Like how, if it wasn't totally flat?
Yeah, really weird. So it still has some battery life and it still has some gas in it. So I think we'll be able to make it back. Really cool paint.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really seen one up close and personal. Like I've maybe seen them driving on the street every once in a while, and it's always a sight to see. So that's why we're super excited to now be the proud owners of one.
4-seat, like Christian said. Such a cool car that you never see. They made 2,500 of them. A bunch of celebrities have owned them. Justin Bieber, you know, he had the chrome one. It's got ginormous 22-inch wheels. Big Brembo brakes. I mean, these are gonna be some expensive tires. Everything is in perfect condition, except remember how he described this roof damage? Roof damage. We looked at the pictures. Did you see any damage?
No.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong at all. Yeah, it's not that the whole roof is cracked.
Gosh.
So something must have like dropped on it and just like, I think something dropped right here and it shattered the entire thing. So now I know this sounds absolutely horrible, like, oh my gosh, Like that's probably a pivotal part of the car to charge it up or something like that.
Yeah, solar panel.
This solar panel is pointless. It is pretty much aesthetics only. It gets you like 1 mile of charge every day or something. It's absolutely atrocious. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's cool, but we could literally just wrap over the roof and then boom. No one would really ever know.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that, or if we could find a cheap replacement roof and swap it on, that would be great. But finding some of these Karma parts are hard. Then let's appreciate the rest of the car, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. We'll get this back to the warehouse and give you a full walk around in the garage. But this is cool at first glance. The sun settings, we got to drive. We got to get going. Look at these seats. This is the top of the line Eco Chic, I think they call it. It's like a Eco Chic, whatever. It was like $115,000. It has full like what, vegan, whatever they say, like suedes, Alcantaras. Like it is nice.
It's expensive. It is really unique.
It's really nice. Should we get back to the warehouse and then continue the full walk around because there's so much to show?
One last note on the roof though. When I first came up to the car and we were dealing with getting it out of there, I didn't even pick up on this. It took me, you know, the second or maybe even the third glance to even notice that this roof was kind of shattered.
Yeah, it almost looks like it was a frosted look.
Exactly, a frosted.
Okay, we'll go with that. No one will know. Oh boy, here we go. For the first time in the Fisker Karma. It moved the 100 feet. I've driven it so far okay, but let's see how it does on the actual road. Okay, D for drive. It does this fancy little light thing. Ooh, baby. All right, I'm gonna take it out of sport, stealth. That's what we want. Whoa, I feel like Justin Bieber driving. Whee! Here we go. Whoa, it's got a little torque to it. This is awesome. This is some of the best money I've ever spent. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably asking now, how much was this car? Well, these cars have depreciated quite a bit, like we said in the intro. A lot of clean title, good cars can be had for in the 30s, 30 to 40 grand is where they like to fall. Now, Fiskers tend to go pretty cheap at auction, mainly because of that battery pack. You don't know the state of the battery when you're bidding on these cars, so people try to get them really cheap just in case you need to replace the battery pack. Now, in this car, it looks like it's pretty good. I mean, when we got in the car, it said 38 miles of charge remaining. I think it's normally 50 miles on a full charge, or like 45 miles. So sure enough, it was showing 38 with like 80% charge or 75% charge. It's obviously working nicely. So we dodged the bullet on that one. Now, what was the final bid on this car, you're wondering? Well, we paid the bargain of $16,200. That was the top bid we got this car for, plus fees and stuff, maybe around 17 all in, all done. But that is a smoking deal, at least so far. It appears that way. A Model S from this era, 2012, 2013, you guys gotta remember, this is like the first electric or hybrid cars to be coming out in this era. This was like a competitor with the Model S, kind of, in a way. I know it's not fully electric, but similar price point. This and the P85 had a very similar over $100,000 sticker price. And I think it is way cooler because you never see them, ever. Like, when's the last time you saw a Fisker Karma on the road? I think I've seen like 2 in my whole life. So to be driving this car, it turns heads everywhere you go already. So it's for those people who don't want a Model S and they want to be a little bit different. Sure, it's not as good as Model S, maybe performance-wise, efficiency-wise. Sure, you got to maintain an engine now and a battery pack. But at the end of the day, it's something cool. And for 17 grand, I don't see how we can go wrong. Doug DeMuro even made a video recently talking about the Fisker Karma and how a lot of people hate on it, but how it's kind of a cool car at the end of the day. I think we got a smoking deal, but comment down below what you guys think. All right, we're getting on the highway now. The battery's probably gonna get chewed up a little bit more on the highway. You know, you never get as good of range on the highway, just like the Teslas. It just dropped 2 miles on the battery. I hope this works. It just dropped another mile. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, okay. It's so smooth and quiet. I'm really impressed. Honestly, I thought with it being such a small company, such low production, that the build quality and fit and finish would kind of suck, but so far, it's looking good. It's a little dirty in some places, but like the steering feels great. The ride quality is super smooth. It's very quiet in here. You can barely hear these cars passing. So many like weird little quirks on this car. No wonder Doug had an absolute field day with this car. It is so weird, but so cool at the same time. I really do think it's probably quieter and smoother than our Tesla, which is like crazy to think. This is all on electric so far. The engine did indeed just kick on. You can hear it a little bit, right? See, there you go, hear it? We're good. I was worried that the engine wasn't gonna come on. I hit 0 battery, but it's charging now through the engine. We'll explain that when we get back to the warehouse. Okay guys, it's a couple hours later now. I have to talk a little bit quiet because we are in this apartment complex. We looked up local chargers and the Blink charger took us here. Look at this. So we left to go knock out some work and we left the car charging, and it is 3 hours later now, only $1.82. What a deal.
We went from completely empty to completely charged, 50 miles of electric range for just $1.82. I think that's on par with Tesla. It's just a little different because with our Teslas, we only have either Tesla mobile chargers or like a Tesla home charger. So we don't have any J1772 chargers. And this car didn't come with any mobile connector.
Yeah. And we don't know if it really needed all 3 hours to charge. It could have been fully charged by hour 2, but we weren't here. And there's no app to like check similar to the Tesla. So we kind of just had to guess. We guessed 3 hours is what it would need. And well, it's fully charged, but maybe it didn't need all that much. So check that out. So I feel like that's pretty crazy. You know, they advertised 50 miles of charge when this car was brand new. And now it's of course got 49,000 miles and it's 8 years old. So the fact that it's still showing 50 miles on a full charge, either the batteries haven't degraded or this is lying about 50 miles and we're only gonna get 35. You know, we don't really know. We're just gonna have to see. We're gonna measure it. Well, maybe we'll go to the gas station next. There's the key. I will follow you in the truck. I'll meet you at the gas station. Oh, it's got such a weird sound. Okay, and just like that, the Fisker's first fuel stop. What an exciting moment. Wow, look at it in the light. This paint is glowing.
And it is so dirty.
Whoa, I know, it's filthy. Wait till we wash it next video. Okay, this is a weird feeling putting gas in a car that we just put electric into. Yeah, these are actually the noisemakers. See it? Hybrid HZ Hertz. So that's like what produces that little alien noise. Yeah, buddy, 91 octane, only the best. What if we put 100 octane race gas in this? Would it like do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? Huge twin turbo V8. Yeah, it's totally not a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. If you guys didn't know, it has a GM source. This is similar to what's in like a Saturn Sky, I think. It's a GM 4-cylinder turbo. And it's got the, of course, the electric powertrain. So those in conjunction make 400 and something horsepower. Not the craziest acceleration. We'll put that to the test next video. So what do you guys think? You knew this question was coming. Do we straight pipe the Fisker? Comment down below. I think if we get 7,777 likes, we will go big turbo, catless downpipe. Look at that Terpski right there. So we'll put on like one big 76mm turbo, single turbo setup, fully catless downpipe to the exhaust, which is actually right here, right next to your driver's seat. Bro, it's like a Viper up in here.
Sounds so good too.
Side exit exhaust. What do you guys think? Come on. Comment down below. 77 likes. May just have to straight pipe this bad boy.
If we double the power output of this engine, it does not put down power to the wheel.
It'll like generate electricity quicker and it'll make it even faster. I don't know. Has anyone tuned a Fisker? That's the $1 million question. Okay, the pumping already stopped. That was really quick. 6.2 gallons. And we were pretty low. Only 6.5 gallons. Bro, this car's where it's at. We got to get another one of them. Why is everybody sleeping on Fisker? If your daily commute is like 10 miles each way and you want something different, I mean, a Fisker could be for you. You'll do it on all electric. You just charge it overnight. You're different than everyone on the road. You're saving the planet, saving the polar bears. What's not to love? And you have a vegan, non-GMO interior. All right, down she goes. I'll have to clean that up next video. I love cleaning my engines. In she comes for the first time. Whoa, hang on. It's gonna fit under the wing. Turn it this way. All right, we're in. Look at that. Just barely fits under the plain wing. Okay, yeah, the two silvers are very similar. Okay, first impressions. I obviously drove it a little longer coming from the auction yard, but what do you think?
For how much money?
$16,200 was the top bid.
This is the best way to spend $16,200.
Yeah, I'm honestly in the same boat. For that price, I don't care if it didn't work. For that price, I would literally just park it in the garage and look at it for $16,200 because this thing is a work of art. I don't care what you say if you think it looks like a Italian mustache man from the up front. I don't care. This thing looks the business. Some of the most beautiful lines, one of the best looking cars ever made. If you guys didn't know, Heinrich Fisker, renowned for his designs. He designed the Aston Martin Vantage, the DB9, obviously he had to play in the Model S. Like, he is not a newcomer to beautiful car designs, and it obviously shows with his pride and joy. Drop your comments down below. What do you think of our new pickup? I know this was way out of left field, but it was hardly out of left field for us because you guys know we love electric cars. Huge fan. That's the way the future is going. I know this isn't fully electric, but this is one of the OGs. You know, this was kind of the beginning of the era. Yes, it went bankrupt, but yes, they made a cool car at the same time, and now we own one.
It is still a super cool car today. It's not like that thing is antique, antiquated, collector's. Well, okay, it's kind of a collector's item.
Yep.
But it's still super cool and super practical for today, and we're gonna get a lot of great use out of it and turn so many heads.
That's so true. You could take this to a car show and people would actually like turn heads and ask you questions about it and talk to you. So happy I impulse bought this thing, and the fact that we drove it back, no problems. We brought the truck just in case we had to like tow it out of there, just in case like the batteries were dead and you know the engine was blown or something. No, we lucked out. Of course, the roof was a little worse than we thought, but I think we're gonna wrap on over it. Clean title, this would have been maybe 35 grand. So we got it for half price because, oh boo-hoo, the solar panel that does nothing is broken. Give me a break. I'll take it. So thank you guys once again for watching. Good night from freezing cold Phoenix, Arizona. We're not even kidding. It's probably in the 40s out there, so it's hoodie weather. We're busting these things out. Lock the car. That was such a generic horn. I was expecting some alien chime.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, weak.
That it feels right.